Hello and welcome back to Charwell. The sun is shining, the barley is ripe, it's time to get back to the harvest. So yeah, the sun is out and the barley is ripened up, so we're looking at a nice and dry, if slightly overcast day. But what I would really like to do as well is we are in a position now in mid-autumn where we can go and drill our next set. So we're going to send the class here, the Axion, out. And we're going to go and hook this up. And we're going to get this getting the winter wheat in. Because if I can get the winter wheat in today, that would be absolutely brilliant. And would mean that next year we're just going to be starting quite a way ahead. It should mean that it would grow a nice little bit before winter comes in and stops its growth completely. So let's hook this up and get this moving. We have the money to do this at the moment as well, which is great news. And we're just sort of in a great position all round on Charwell at the moment. Let's have a look in here and just double check our seeding. Yeah, we can seed. It's actually a perfect time in autumn to be seeding the wheat. Unfortunately, we can seed it in the in field 31 is where we're heading to. We've not got any fertilizer on there. Unfortunately, we ran out of manure before we could finish 45. In all honesty, 45, trying to get that manure on there was a little bit of a farce. I think we could have planned that a little bit better. We've got about 2/3 of that field done now. 2/3 of that field is seeded. And I just realised we don't, speaking of seeds and of fertilizer, we do not have either in this seeder. So back to the shop and we're going to go and fill that up first. So we'll head down there and get that refilled. There we are, down at the shop. And we do have a little bit of seed left on this pallet over here. So we'll refill that first. And then I think we'll see where we are. Did have it open. There we go. So refill with that seed. And that gives us 500 litres of, well, it's a barley at the moment. But I'm going to change that over to wheat. So what I really want to do is get winter wheat in and winter canola. And we have actually a great way that we're going to be able to get some winter canola in. But first, let's grab ourselves a pallet of seeds. Now the seeds hold 2,000 litres of seeds. So we want a couple of these to fill this up. And I'm not going to fill it to the top. I'm going to fill it enough to do that. And there to do the field that we want to do. Now, we've got 2 sets of fertilizer. This fertilizer here, which is massively expensive. And then this fertilizer here, which is not. This holds 2,400. This is going to be more fertilizer than we need. So we're going to buy that as well. And that will do us rather nicely. So there we've got 2 pallets of seed, 1 pallet of fertilizer. We'll just pull this round here and we can fill these up then. Backing up to them. We actually probably should have bought the fertilizer first, but never mind. So refill our fertilizer, and this will not take all of this in this seeder, but that's not a problem. There we go. And then refill this as well. Oh, we caught it slightly. I got to move myself again. That's slightly annoying. Right, let's try this again. Back right up to the fence, and hopefully, there we go. So, refill this with seed and fertilizer. We've set it to do our winter wheat, which is perfect. Both of these pallets will go into this, and it'll just leave this little bit of fertilizer here. And then we can go and jump into the barley that we've got in field 41. We're going to bale that as well, and we've got a good amount of sunshine to go until we're in trouble weather-wise. Looking at our forecast, we're good today, we're good tomorrow, up until fairly late, and then we're good on Saturday. So we need to ideally get this field cut and baled today. We do have a load of sugar beet ready to harvest as well, and I'd actually quite like to get that in fairly quickly, simply because we've got quite a large opportunity to get the canola cut. Sorry, to get the canola seeded. We've got the canola cut that was in field 31. Works quite well as a winter crop, because it then allows us to get the winter wheat in soon after. But if we can get the sugar beet up, that allows us to get the winter canola in as well, which would be really, really good. Hopefully we're going to have the corn ready next game day as well, though. So we've got quite a lot happening in a very short period of time. So I want to get this set up and working. And this gateway is just the biggest pain. Right, there we go. And I want to get this to finish at this point. So that's where we're going to get this finishing. Bring up our Courseplay. Doing that. Course generation. Current field of 31. Starting direction is automatic. Bypass islands. We don't have any headlands. We want to give it 2 headland passes clockwise. Finishing here. Starting on the up and down rows. Headland corners smooth because we've got a trailed seeder, and generate our field course. Looking pretty good. I'm liking that. Back we go. So we'll head this over here. I don't think, because we've not got multi-terrain angle on this map, we're looking at this not actually seeding in the way that it will look like it's seeded, but that is not a huge problem. We want to close up all of our covers. And we'll send this on its way. So, yeah. First waypoint. Stop at last waypoint. Okay, we don't want it returning to this point. Drive course. So that is away, and we are heading back over here. Oh, actually, we might as well go directly with our combine. So our nice hired Deutzfahr done us very well, this Deutzfahr. I like this on this map. It's about the right size for what we're doing on here, and so works really, really well for it. We'll hook that up to the back, and then send it. Head round to our field. So we have to go a little bit on the road for this, but it's not too bad. That tree is going to have to lose. If we're going to use this gateway a bit, this tree is going to have to. That tree is going to have to lose that branch, because I keep catching myself on it. Hug this gateway out this way, and hopefully clear the header trailer as well. There we go. And away we go on the road for just that little bit past our main farm, because we have no direct access into that field, into this field from the farm. We have to go round and head out here, and it's just, yeah, it is just that little bit to do there. I'm not going to go and get the tractor and trailer until we need to empty, really, but that won't be very long, to be honest. And we'll unfold our harvester before we get the header sorted and the header trailer. I like this field because it has this long entrance here. Makes it very easy to get a combine with a header trailer round and connect it up and sorted on its header. So like that. and lift, and then we'll get ourselves in position to start cutting before we connect our header up. But yeah, it just makes that job there very, very easy. You just bring the combine and the header together, and it all works out brilliantly. All connected up, starter up. We have fuel. We have yeah, we're good. And are we dropping straw? No, we're not. Right, let's switch to straw, and away we go. Absolutely perfect. Let's close this up, and away we go. And look at that. That is just a beautiful combine that we've got here. So I'm debating whether we should get it in yellow if we did get it on here. But it is an older combine compared to the more modern fleet we have with everything else. But it does the job, and that is the important thing on here. We're able to get this done for not an expensive price, and we're looking, being in our second year, we're looking at being nicely ahead of the curve in our planting as well, which is almost unheard of for me in seasons. So yeah, really pleased with how this is going at the moment. Let's see if we can keep this good momentum going for now. We're up to 88% full coming up to this corner, so I hope is that I can just come straight off this corner here, like so. Back her up with our auger out and bring the tractor in at the side here. So we'll turn off our thresher. We'll head over, grab the JCB here. And again, one of the things I love about this JCB is how how quick it is. Now, we need to change our wheel configuration, and there we go. Where did we leave our trailer? Oh yes, I know where we left it. Over this way. And we still don't own a harvest on here. I would like for year 3 on here for us to own a harvester. I think it's very likely that we're going to hit that. We are looking absolutely brilliant insofar as what we're going to make money-wise this year. To be 46,000 in the black with all of our harvest crops still in our silos is just absolutely cracking. We've got lots of pigs. We're generally going in or ending our second year on here, and going through our harvest on our second year on here in a really, really good position. We'll be able to. I want to try and put a sugar beet pad down to do our sugar beet. I think we could make. We're looking actually next game day at being able to harvest the corn, which I just never expected to happen. I never thought we were going to be able to get the corn harvested, so I'm so very, very pleased about that. There we go. That looks to be leaving some small patches with the width on that. That's not great. I think I'm going to go and check on the Courseplay while this is emptying. But yeah, we are nicely emptying. Okay, so we've emptied. I've actually reset the seeder. I wasn't happy with where he was, so we need to get JCB out the way. Now that has emptied, and we'll need that again in a minute. We might see if we can set up a Courseplay course once we've got this established for doing this. But for now, we just want to jump back in this, start her up again, and get back to taking out this headland. And seeing where we are. To be 3/4 of the way around this field and already have emptied our first load into the harvester, oh sorry, into the trailer is absolutely brilliant. So that bodes really, really well for this field and how much we're going to get off here. So I'm just going to crack on and see where we are when we get our first full trailer. We're just past 90% full now. We're heading back round the field the other way. And yeah, looking absolutely sharp as far as this goes. To get nearly a full trailer off before we even finish the second headland is great. I think we can take. We might be able to take 3 loads actually. So let's head over here. Yeah, sorry, we can take 3 loads. So I misjudged. I thought we had 3 loads in this trailer. We don't. We have sorry, 2 loads. We have 3. Which is actually pretty great for us. We're able to keep going. We'll be into our 3rd headland then by the time we get a full trailer. But that is pretty awesome. Means that with 3 headlands we should be able to get Courseplay running a course around here with any luck. But we'll get this moving again. And yeah, and I'll see you when we do have a full trailer. Coming up to being full again, and actually up to the same corner as we emptied the first time, which is pretty cool. In fact, can we make it to it? Not quite. So we'll head over here, grab this, and get ourselves emptied. And this is part of the reason why we're taking 3 headlands. Not quite enough space to turn the tractor around with just 2 headlands. Quite a few bumps of straw here as well, but looking good. We're doing well to be 20 odd thousand litres at this point is a really good place. 21,000, we should get almost a full trailer off this if we're lucky. And I'm gonna see if I can create a Courseplay course from here. So that's what we're going on with, and that way we should hopefully keep this combine running the whole time. It's a little more tricky with this field, but. And a little bit more tricky with our farm, but hopefully this is going to work. Courseplay being what it is, and having to be carefully looked after most of the time. But this map actually does have an advantage over several others where I use Courseplay. The hedges are solid, and what Courseplay tends to do is avoid the hedges when the hedges are solid. So. Yeah, it's got better at that over the years. 96% we're at. Not bad at all. 20,000 litres, nearly 21,000 litres off of here. So we'll bring this up and we're going to start recording from the moment we head here. Like so. And that will just mean that we're heading out of here. Used to be that Courseplay would hit the 3rd dot when it was carting, which was massively annoying. These days, it actually hits the first one, which is very good news. My worry at the moment here is we've got lots of very tight spaces to get this to manoeuvre around. But it should do okay, and we've got a fairly straight in and out. We've not got it doing lots of turning around and things at the other end. If we stick to the far end of this, we should be able to get it to turn into here. Slight correction. Pull in. Yep, there we go. It'll unload there. So we'll do that unloading now. Hopefully it will unload when it hits the trigger and not when it's pulling at the far end, because otherwise it's going to hit the roof. but it should be okay otherwise. Let that come down. And then move off again. So yeah, that is a slightly worrying setup there, but should be okay. Back out here and onto the road. And head back to the field. Should be a fairly simple course for this. If this works, then we'll be in a good place for it with the next field as well, which is the corn. Right, and just onto the field far enough and stop. Okay, so we are carting off a combine. The combine we want is our Deutz-Fahr top liner and drive course. Right, waiting until fill level is reached on the combine. We are away again. So Courseplay is bringing the tractor alongside. It's not overly happy because it's trying to get alongside me while I'm doing a concave turn, but should be alright in a moment. Yeah, there we go. That's no, what is it doing? This is when Courseplay is a pain. I'm going to have to turn out of that. So it looks like Courseplay for some reason has set its width too thin, causing an absolutely huge accident. Right, stop driver. Let's have a look at our settings. Right, I'm going to put the start at 50, at sort of 70. We don't want it trying to get to a sort of 70%. I'm going to take the drive on at 90%, so if it's 90% full it will drive and go and empty. But those settings, what is that doing? We need offset is what we're looking for. No. Side offset, yeah, that is not wide enough. So we'll set that to 5.5 meters and hopefully that should sort things. Combine is telling you to stop. Yeah, of course it is, you hit it. Right. Let's see if we can't get this, because this at the moment is going to head for a tree. We want to cut in anyway, so once we've got this very silly driver out of the way, we should be okay. But yeah, Courseplay is like this. Courseplay can be absolutely wonderful, and sometimes it can be absolutely awful. Never anything in between. And we're gonna do our cutting from this side, I think, and work our way across the field. That makes sense insofar as what we want to do with Courseplay and making sure that does. Hopefully that's going to avoid that tree, but we'll see how it does. We put it in a place where it's actually got enough space to turn around, so you never know. As I said, Courseplay is either wonderful or a pain. And it's being a pain. So we need to rescue it from this tree. Right, and hopefully, yeah, it's still going to try and drive to this waypoint that is nowhere near where it wants to be. So we'll stop it here. Bring it round here and hopefully it won't try and drive where we don't want it to. We'll just leave it here for the moment until we can get it to come and chase us again. Sometimes Courseplay is a real pain. Right. But I love it. I wouldn't play without it, in all honesty. but it can be a pain. We want to get on with this and get this cutting and get the rest of this field out. And hopefully our woes with Courseplay will just clean up eventually. The winter wheat is seeded. We've brought the Terra track back to the farm. We've finally wrangled Courseplay into working, I think. Seems to be doing pretty well. I want to check on the space between the tractor and the combine. Not too bad, actually. That will work for us at the moment. We're holding at about... Yeah, we're not emptying very fast, but then that's because we're emptying as we go. We're going to stop a little bit shy of the end of the row and just give us the opportunity to adjust this a little bit, because we had it at 5.5 meters. I think we can take it out to about 6 meters, and that will be a little bit more helpful for us. We've now emptied, so we can put that in, take our handbrake off, and away we go. That means next time we should be in a better position for unloading. If not, what we can do is we can adjust it again. But this is, as long as we keep the tractor in the middle of the row there, Courseplay shouldn't give us any hassle. Should pretty much just work and be fairly happy. Just sitting there and working. You see that distance we stopped? That just keeps it in that row like that. So yeah, we keep that going and that will work like an absolute dream. It looks like our JCB is about to empty us just at the right time. We want to, yeah, there we go. And let's check out the alignment. Absolutely perfect. Really, really pleased with how that's working now. But what this will allow is, it means that we're not having any grain in the tank when we go to do our cutting, which is pretty much perfect. Will allow us to do that completely unmolested by the carting tractor. Will also allow us to just get the field opened up properly before it tries to cart off us again. And that is actually finished at the perfect point as well. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. Really, really nice. And you can see now that should hopefully have enough space to turn, or at least stop, while we head over here and do the second cutting. We should get 3 cuttings from this field, I think. Which is pretty nice. And we're in at 226. I want a 225 really. There we go, 225 as we go up the field for our next cutting. Here we go. The fast track emptying for the last time before it goes in tips, which is good. So that's another 20,000 litres off this field. We're doing really well off this barley. This barley has a massive yield for us at the moment, and I'm just loving it. Absolutely perfect. And that is going to head off now. We have, whoa, he's going to pull in front of me through the crop. Of course, sometimes Courseplay does pull through the crop, sometimes it doesn't. And I cannot find the setting that stops it pulling through the crops, because it would be great. There was a whole period where it didn't do that, where it actually worked around the crops, properly pathfinded, and these days it seems to have reverted and stopped doing that. I think I'm going to have to update it again. It's been a while since I updated my Courseplay, or my copy of Courseplay, and as a result I think it really, really needs an update. It seems to be screaming that at me at the moment. But we're looking at getting about 50,000 litres off this field, which is a whopping amount of barley off here. You know, if we did all of our fields barley, for example, that would be a hell of a lot of barley. off this farm this year. And we got the same with the wheat. I think we're sitting here with 50,000 litres of wheat, if I remember correctly. Let's have a quick look at what we've got sitting in our place. Yeah, 87,000 litres of wheat at the moment, which is just huge, absolutely huge. Should say with this last row we're doing here, this is the correct way I was always taught to combine it, which is you stick the middle of it down the middle of your cutter. You don't try and line up on the edge, because you're always assured that you're going to get both. You're going to get all of it in. We're coming up to another 7,000 litres actually, and the JCB has come back. So I'm going to have to come up here and take off another bit on this side in order to allow that to empty. And hopefully that will empty as we go, although I think we're going to hit a full tank before it gets anywhere near us. Yep. So hopefully that tractor isn't too far away. Nope. Back up. Well, that's it. Pull up beside us. And we will empty as we go. And yeah, we're going to have at least another 10,000 litres off this field. Right, that is that row finished. Just need to get the tractor to finish empty, or being emptied into. There we go. We'll reverse out. Hopefully that means Courseplay will stay away from the hedgerow. And we'll do our last cutting for this field. It's getting on in the day a little bit. It's now 10 to 4 in the afternoon in game. I did slow the time down a little bit because I felt we were moving a bit quick. And we should have enough space in this tank probably to finish this field. But I want to just go through it and get it clear. Yeah, in fact we have. I don't know if we can fit all of this row into this cutter. I am giving it a try. Yeah, we can fit all of this in. And it's going nicely. You can probably see that the fast track and Courseplay decided to start mucking about again. That's fine. I'm just going to leave it where it is at the moment. We'll head over to that side of the field to empty out and get this last bit. I'm having to bounce between my two sides here to make sure that we're keeping this in, because it's quite a tight one. But we have managed to get all of the crop cut there. Last little bit. And we can go and rescue the fast track and get ourselves emptied. Next time what we'll do is well, we need to get this baled before the rain comes at the end of the next game day, so we might do that this game. Set our game day, set our timer down to just 1 and get that baled up so that we can collect it and sell it. Turn our thresher off and drop this down. And yeah, maybe get the fast track running behind. Yeah, it's driven into a tree. This is what I mean by Courseplay just has its days. Nice big wide field, and it's decided that it wants to completely muck up. But this is going to give us another 10,000 litres. 50,000 litres of barley off this field is absolutely brilliant. Very, very happy with that. We want to turn the combine off before we go tip this. Yeah, there we go. So auger in, combine off, and we'll take our JCB and we'll go and get this emptied. 10,739 litres, absolutely perfect. And with that, with finishing this off, All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.